Mother Earth was overburdened by thousands of demons, she approached Lord Brahma for relief. After hearing of her distress, Lord Brahma, with Mother Earth, Lord Shiva, and all other demigods approached the shore of the ocean of milk. They worshipped Lord Vishnu by reciting the Purusha Shukta prayers. Lord Brahma informed demigods that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, will personally appear in Yadu dynasty as son of Vasudeva. The foremost manifestation of Krishna is Anantasesha. He is the origin of all incarnations within the material world. Whenever Krishna appears, Lord Shesha appears as his brother, sometimes elder and sometimes younger. This time, Lord Shesha would appear before Krishna as his elder brother.
I welcome you, O Lord Shesha. What brings you from ocean of milk to Goloka?
O Lord of all, the Supreme Personality, I came to you with a request.
Please tell me.
O Lord, when you assumed Rama's incarnation on earth, I too had descended on earth to serve you as your younger brother Lakshmana. But I had to bear much pain in that life. My heart was shattered with grief.
Why? Because I made you labor so hard and made you perform such challenging tasks? Is that why?
No, my Lord, no. Please don't say so. O Lord, I am your true servant. No labor or challenging task can ever grieve my heart.
Then what is the cause of your grief?
O Lord, being your younger brother, it was my duty to obey your every command. Because of that duty, I was unable to stop many of your actions. If I was your elder brother, I would have never let you go to the forest or ever let you walk barefoot in the forest. O Lord, so I pray to you this time, when you assume descent on earth, please grant me the chance to serve you as your elder brother. I came to present this request before you. I am your true servant. Please accept my request and let me appear as Mother Devki's seventh child.
As you wish. Oh.
Kamsa, under the protection of his father-in-law, Jarasandha, and with the help of his demoniac friends like Pralambasura, Baka, Chanura, Trinavarta, Agasura, and Mushti, began troubling the Yadu dynasty. After Kamsa killed the Sadgarbhas, the 6 sons of Devki, one after another, a plenary portion of Krishna, Anantasesha, entered Devki's womb as her 7th child, arousing her pleasure and lamentations.
My lord, unlike my previous pregnancies, this time I am feeling more ecstatic and joyful.
My dear Devki, I think this is the sign of the 7th child. It is so incredible. It is not the 8th pregnancy when Supreme Lord will appear as per the prophecy. But it seems God has sent us a divine power to sustain our hope.
King Kamsa has already killed my 6 children. No, my lord, no. Please do not give me the false hope. I know King Kamsa will kill this child too.
Dear Devki, in God's court of justice, there is no darkness. Do not lose your hope, because the Supreme Personality of the universe will come to save his devotees. He shall liberate us from our bonds and awaken our dormant fortune. The merciful incarnation who eliminates all our sorrow will surely come. There is no one in this world upon whom the Lord does not bestow care. King Kamsa has crossed all the limits of evil. The gods, sages, and men await his coming. O Krishna! O Krishna!
The The moment Devki showed the signs of pregnancy, Kamsa started to get agitated and fearful. His mind was completely focused on the eighth son of Devki. As sage Narada had explained to him, the eighth son could be the seventh one. Kamsa saw only his enemy, the Supreme Personality, everywhere and was always absorbed in thoughts of Hari. He was in Krishna consciousness but in an unfavorable way. Since both the devotee and enemy of the god are in Krishna consciousness, although in completely different moods,
Oh my king, Devki is pregnant with her seventh child. But unlike other pregnancy, she is more joyful and ecstatic. There is no fear on her face at all.
According to the prophecy, the eighth child of Devki would be my killer. But this is seventh pregnancy. Says Narada had explained me that all the demigods had already appeared in Yadu and Vrishni families. Lord Vishnu must be coming soon. Surely Vishnu is doing some magical trick. He is a master of Maya. He wants to frighten me with these miracles. Perhaps he deceives and comes as a seventh born.
Yes, he is the master of spell. It could be possible.
If this is really Vishnu, then he cannot escape my hands.
Oh my lord, Vishnu has always used deceit. He is master of spell. You have let yourselves to be taken in by Vasudevas. Wow. Why don't you finish Devki once and for all?
Chanura, it is not a difficult task for me to kill Devki, but doing so will be blot on my bravery. Yes, the biggest blot for a warrior is to turn tail when the enemy challenges him. Vishnu has challenged me, so I must wait for the eighth born child.
the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is always alert to the protection of his devotees. Yogamaya is the spiritual potency of the Lord. To protect the Yadus, his personal devotees, from Kamsa's attack, the personality of Godhead ordered Yogamaya to transfer the seventh child of Devki from her womb to Rohini's womb.
O Supreme Lord, obeying your wish, I wait to serve you. What is your command, O Lord?
O my potency, you are worshipable for the entire world, and your nature is to bestow good fortune upon all living entities. Go to Vraja, where many cowherd men live with their wives. In that very beautiful land, Rohini, the elder wife of Vasudeva, is living at the home of Nanda Maharaj. Other wives of Vasudeva are also living there secretly because of fear of Kamsa. Please go there and encourage the devotees with fearlessness. Vasudeva and Devaki, my two dear devotees, are held prisoner in Mathura by evil King Kamsa. At this time, a manifest aspect of mine called Shesha entered Devaki's womb. The Shesha incarnation will make suitable arrangements in Devaki's womb for me to live there. Evil Kamsa is terrified of his radiance. Be blessed. Take power from me and you will be able to do it. You must transfer Lord Shesha from Devaki's womb and place him in Rohini's womb. As he has been drawn out of the womb, the world shall call him Sankarshan. For bringing joy to the world, he will also be called Rama, and for being the best among the strong, he will also be called Balram.
When the child of Devki was extracted and transferred into the womb of Rohini, by Yogamaya, it seemed like Devaki had miscarriage. Thus all the residents of the Mathura loudly lamented. When everyone lamented, Kamsa joined in compassion, thinking that perhaps because of drugs or some other external mean, Devaki had undergone miscarriage.
O virtuous son of Rohini, please awake. I am here to transfer you secretly from Devaki's womb to Rohini's womb. This child of Vasudev is divine and infinitely strong. Serve him with honor and look after him well. I want to impart one more secret. A woman blessed is blessed with two great joys. One is to be the wife of a righteous husband, and the other is to be the mother of an obedient child. You will enjoy both these benedictions.
Dear Yashoda, Mother Yogmaya came in my dream and said that this is the seventh child of Devaki that she transplanted in my womb. This child will be known as Sankarshan.
I completely fail to understand all that I have heard. It is beyond my mind, yes.
Yasoda, man's mind cannot grasp the Lord's Maya. The mind logic cannot measure divine miracles. So man must leave his logic behind and accept God with faith and devotion. And this will give him salvation. You must believe all this is the work of God and have faith. We are mortals with petty mind. We cannot understand God's purpose.
Then who will understand this, Nanda Maharaj?
Gurudev, yes, he will certainly know all of this. Guru Sandilya with his divine vision enables to know everything. When Mother Rohini talked about her dream to Mother Yasoda and Nand Maharaj, they all decided to visit their priest Sandilya. Nand Maharaj explained sage Sandilya about Mother Rohini's dream.
O Queen Rohini, it is a great divine power that has come to confer motherhood on you. Nanda Maharaj, over so many generations, I have performed the duty of being the priest of your family, and thus I can say that Yashoda will soon be blessed with a child. However, Queen Rohini belongs to the royal house of Vrishnis, and the responsibility of being the priest of Vrishni dynasty has been given to sage Garg Muni by Lord Brahma. Only he will have full knowledge of her destiny.
Yog Maya transplanted Devaki's seventh child in Rohini's womb. The manifestation of Supreme Personality of Godhead was born in Nanda Maharaj's home. Nanda Maharaj performed the childbirth ceremony. The great sage Vyasadev, Vasishtha and Narada Muni visited Nanda Maharaj's home. Great sage Garga explained about previous birth.
Dear Nand Maharaj, the things that are happening now are beyond the grasps of my mind, eye, and knowledge. O great sage Shandilya, in heaven and other celestial worlds that I visited, this alone is being discussed. It is time for Lord Krishna to appear on earth. It is thus determined that it's now time for his incarnation. I also know that he who was extracted from Devaki's seventh pregnancy and implanted in the womb of Rohini's, he is none other but the Lord Shesha himself. But it behooves us to keep this a secret.
O great sage Garg, why was he denied birth from Devaki's womb?
Dear Nand Maharaj, once when demigod Varuna was conducting Vedic rituals, Kashyap Muni impounded all the cows belonging to Varuna, which gave milk for that rituals. Two wives of Kashyap Muni named Aditi and Kadru hid cows in the hermitage and refused to return those cows to Varuna, though he repeatedly asked for them to be returned. Therefore, Varuna approached Lord Brahma and complained to him. Lord Brahma cursed Kashyap Muni and his two wives Aditi and Kadru that they would be born as cowherd men and cowherd wives respectively in Yadu dynasty.
O great sage girl, who are they in this life?
Dear Nand Maharaj, in her previous birth, Rohini was second wife of sage Kashyap named Kadru. She had given birth to all serpents and she was called mother of serpents. Vasudev was sage Kashyap in that life, and Devaki was his elder wife, Aditi, who gave birth to Vamandev. And so the Lord Shesha confers upon Rohini the honor of being his eternal mother.
गोलोकधामाधिपति परेश्वरः परेषु मां पातु पवित्रकीर्तनः भूमण्डलं सर्षपवद्विलक्ष्यते यन्मूर्ध्नि मां पातु स भूमिमण्डले सेनाशु मां रक्षतु क्षीरपाने युद्धे सदा रक्षतु मां हली च दुर्गेषु चाव्यान्मूसली सदा मां वनेषु सङ्कर्षणादिदेवः कालिन्दजावेगहरो जलेषु नीलाम्बरो रक्षतु मां सदाग्नौ वायौ चरामुवतु खेबलश्च महानविनन्तवपु सदा माम् श्रीवासुदेववतु पर्वतेषु सहर्षशीर्ष च महाविवादे रोगेषु मां रक्षतु राहुन्येयो मां कामपालुवतु वा विपत्सु कामात् सदा रक्षतु धेनुकारिः क्रोधात् सदा मां द्विविधा प्रहारी लोभात् सदा रक्षतु बल्वलारिर्मोहात् सदा मां किल्माघधरी प्रातः सदा रक्षतु वृष्णिधूर्यः प्रहने सदा मां मथुरापुरेन्द्रः माध्यान्दिने गोपसखा प्रपातु स्वरात् परान्वतु मां सदैव सायं फणीन्द्रुवतु मां सदैव परात् परो रक्षतु मां प्रदोषे पूर्णे निष्ठे च दुरन्तवीर्यः प्रत्युषकालेवतु मां सदैव विदिक्षु मां रक्षतु रेवतीपतिर्दिक्षु प्रलम्बरीरधो यदूध्वः ऊर्ध्वं सदा मां बलभद्र आरात् तथा समन्ताद् बलदेव एव हि अन्ता सदा व्यत्पुरुषोत्तमो बहिर्नागेन्द्रलीलवतु मां महाबलः सदान्तरात्म च वसन् हरि स्वयं प्रपातु पूर्णपरमेश्वरो महान् हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।